Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, which of the following is related to ordinance making powers of the President in the context of Indian polity? Article 112, Article 123, Article 133 or Article 131? The correct answer is option B, Article 123. Recently, the Delhi government urged the Supreme Court to quash the National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Ordinance 2023. The ordinance making power of the President is listed in Article 123 of the Indian Constitution. The President can succeed in replacing legislator enacted laws whenever neither of the houses is in session. Essentially, the ordinance is a law that is promulgated by the President of the Republic of India. 6 months and 6 weeks are considered to be the maximum validity of the ordinance. The ordinance is issued by the President on the advice of the Cabinet. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements regarding the governor. 1. He appoints the ministers on the advice of Chief Minister. 2. The ministers hold the office during the pleasure of President. 3. He holds the office during the pleasure of President. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3 or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. Recently, the governor of Tamil Nadu had dismissed a minister and later reversed his position. Under Article 164, the chief minister and the other ministers are appointed by the governor on the CM's advice. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It adds that ministers hold office during the pleasure of the governor. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Under Article 156, the governor shall hold office during the pleasure of the President, but his normal term of office will be 5 years. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding recently signed MOU of the Gujarat government with America for semiconductor plant. 1. It will establish India's first chip manufacturing plant in Gujarat's Sanand. 2. America's largest semiconductor manufacturing company will invest in the plant. 3. Semiconductors have longer shelf life than vacuum diodes. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3 or none? The correct answer is option C, all 3. Recently, an MOU has been signed between the Gujarat government and Micron Technology. It will set up India's first chip manufacturing plant in Gujarat's Sanand. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Micron Technology, America's largest semiconductor manufacturing company, will invest $2.5 billion. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The domestic semiconductor ecosystem will get a boost as other associated industries for raw materials and finished products related to this sector. It is a part of comprehensive semiconductor mission in which semiconductor is a foundational industry. Semiconductors are less expensive than vacuum diodes and have a much longer shelf life. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, recently seen in the news, the old Chiki script is related to which of the following? Bodo, Santhali, Mundari or Dogri? The correct answer is option B, Santhali. Recently, the Prime Minister in a tweet message saluted bravery and courage of tribal freedom fighters Siddho Kanhu, Chand Bhairav, Phulo Jhanu on Hool Divas. The old Chiki script, also called Ol Simet, Ol Kiki or simply Ol, was invented by Pandit Raghunath Murmu to write Santhali, a Munda language of India. It is written from left to right and consists of letters which represent consonants or vowels. The script was first publicized in 1939 at the Mayurbhanj State Exhibition. The Santhal Rebellion or Hool literary revolution began in 1855, 2 years before the uprising of 1857. It was an organized war against colonialism led by the Santhals, standing against the myriad forms of economic oppression. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, sometimes seen in the news. The Shreya Singhal versus Union of India case is related to fundamental duties, preamble, directive principles of state policy or fundamental rights. The correct answer is option D, fundamental rights. Recently, the Karnataka High Court dismissed Twitter's challenge to the issuance of blocking orders by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology in connection with the taking down of Twitter accounts and specific tweets. The Karnataka High Court has held that observations since Shreya Singhal cannot be construed to mean providing notice to the users of the content, and that even if reasons are recorded in writing, they may not be conveyed to the user. This case revolves around the fundamental right to freedom of speech and expression guaranteed in Article 19(1)(a) of the Indian Constitution. The Supreme Court struck down the Section 66(a) of the IT Act 2000 in this case. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, recently the India-France Maritime Partnership Exercise or MPX took place from which of the Indian Navy bases? Visakhapatnam, Chennai, Kochi or Port Blair? The correct answer is option A, Visakhapatnam. Recently, the Indian naval ships INS Rana, a guided missile destroyer, and INS Sumedha, an indigenously built offshore patrol vessel, undertook a maritime partnership exercise with French Navy ship FS Surcouf in the Bay of Bengal on 30 June 2023. The French Navy's Lafayette-class frigate Surcouf visited Visakhapatnam from 26 to 29 June 2023. On departure from Visakhapatnam, FS Surcouf undertook various exercises with IN ships Rana and Sumedha, which included tactical maneuvers, replenishment at sea approaches, air defense against fighter aircraft, and cross-deck helicopter operations. The MPX culminated with a customary farewell steam passed between the ships, reaffirming the close friendship between the two navies. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, recently seen in the news, the Mekedatu Reservoir project is located in which of the following states? Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka or Andhra Pradesh? The correct answer is option C, Karnataka. Recently, the environmentalists advocated for the revival of the Raja Kaluv network and dead lakes in Bengaluru to resolve the city's drinking water problem instead of moving ahead with the Mekedatu Reservoir project. The Mekedatu, meaning goat sleep, is a deep gorge situated at the confluence of the rivers Kaveri and its tributary Arkavati. The Mekedatu multi-purpose drinking and power project involves building a balancing reservoir near Kanakpura in Ramnagar district of Karnataka. The estimated Rs 9,000 crore project, once completed, is aimed at ensuring drinking water to Bengaluru and neighboring areas 4.75 TMC, and it can also generate 400 megawatt of power. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, recently seen in the news, the Diversity for Restoration tool has been developed by Greenpeace, Biodiversity International, Friends of the Earth International or the Nature Conservancy. The correct answer is option B, Biodiversity International. Recently, the researchers have devised a tool that enables appropriate agroforestry and aids systematic ecosystem restoration. The Diversity for Restoration or D4R tool, devised by Biodiversity International, was later modified by another team of researchers to adapt it to the Indian context. The team from Ashoka Trust for Research in Ecology and the Environment, with the help of Biodiversity International, modified it to promote restoration programs in India. The researchers have claimed the tool will help improve the effectiveness of restoration programs by providing manifold benefits to interested stakeholders while promoting sustainable development. The tool is already being used in countries such as Malaysia, Ethiopia, Colombia, Peru, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, etc. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, recently which of the following was a part of the Colombo Security Conclave? Sandhayak, Ikshak, Nirdeshak or Sagar Nidhi? The correct answer is option D, Sagar Nidhi. Recently, the maiden embarkation of the scientists took place on board India's research vessel Sagar Nidhi Colombo Security Conclave. The maritime collaboration is under the framework of Colombo Security Conclave between the nations of Indian Ocean region. The scientists from Bangladesh and Mauritius embarked on board India's research vessel Sagar Nidhi on 29 June 2023 to participate in the joint ocean expedition spanning nearly 35 days. The cruise is conducted by Indian National Centre for Ocean Information Services under Ministry of Earth Sciences. It is an outcome of the maiden CSC Oceanographers and Hydrographers Conference held at Goa and Hyderabad in November 2022. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, recently the Startup 20 Shikhar Summit was held in which of the following cities? Gurugram, Bangalore, Gautam Budh Nagar or Hyderabad? The correct answer is option A, Gurugram. Recently, the Startup 20 Shikhar Summit under India's G20 presidency began in Gurugram, Haryana on 3rd July. The Startup 20 Engagement Group is hosting the two-day Startup 20 Shikhar Summit. 600 stakeholders from different countries are participating in the summit. 200 international delegates from 16 G20 nations and 6 invitees nations are participating in the summit. The Startup 20 Engagement Group operates under the India G20 presidency, aiming to shape the future of the global startup ecosystem. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Last question is, the Lord Buddha gave his first sermon in Sarnath, Rajgrihi, Lumbini or Gaya? The correct answer is option A, Sarnath. Recently, the International Buddhist Confederation celebrated Ashadh Purnima as the Dharma Chakra Parvartana Divas at the National Museum in New Delhi on 3rd July 2023. The celebrations aim to honor the historical legacy of India as the land of Buddha's enlightenment and his teachings. The Ashadh Purnima marks the day when Lord Buddha gave his first sermon in Sarnath, Varanasi, setting the wheel of Dharma in motion. Buddha delivered his first sermon at Sarnath in a deer forest, where he also attained enlightenment. The sermon contains the fundamental principles of his teaching expressed in the Four Noble Truths. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. In which article the Indian Constitution provides for the Election Commission? Article 187, Article 256, Article 278 or Article 324? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.